Welcome to the Play Myself Show. I'm your host, Myles. Today I have a very special show for you. I talked to Philadelphia artist Duane Gordon, also known as Originally Distinct. We talk mindset, lifestyle, and what it took for Duane to realize his passion for art and letting go of his degree profession to pursue a full-time career in art. Very special show. I hope you guys like it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Myles. Chasing's all the best thing that ever happened. For them, I'm on go like automatic. Put my back against the wall, I just gotta go harder. Ain't no setting limits, I just gotta go for the magician with the. Just wanted to get people that I know that know about grind and like what it's like because that perspective is what's really important to
For
me.
sure. And you doing it, man. So salute, That's all it takes.
Got a click funnel this morning that I saw.
What?
But like the sneaker line.
It's not officially a click funnel just yet. But what I want to do is I'm going to have people submit their information just like you did. And then I'm going to take all that data and put it into a database so I can text the people that subscribe to the waiting list as soon as I'm ready to drop with the link. Instead of having to depend on Instagram and algorithms, I'd rather just have direct connection.
Right. Definitely the move. I was talking to Andy Steinberg, and I was talking to him about like how things have changed and how my vision was. And he said that wouldn't have worked a year ago, but things are going to move to where it's smaller and it's more personable. And like you have the right mindset for that.
Thank you.
I don't know if I told you, but my idea is to have a small bookstore / coffee shop / and comedy, but it only seat 40 people.
Yeah.
That's enough for me. You know what I mean? I look at it like that. Like, that's enough for me. I just think I'm just like grateful to have like the mindset and like the people around me be able to accomplish that.
Most definitely. And it's funny, just like, I've always been about organic, I guess, like organic promotion and just people organically navigating to me and embracing that core. Now it's all coming together. And I think it's just how you said 40 people having something. When you do intimacy, you can build and connect better with people. And in my opinion, you can build and connect better with people on a personal level. And then they're going to introduce you to like-minded individuals that can connect to you in the same way. Now, just me doing this whole text message, for the waiting list, doing the text message and creating it like that. Yesterday, I got over 100 subscribers, and most of them are people I know personally. It shows that people trust what I'm doing. They're not looking at it as another marketing strategy. It's more of like came from the organic vibe.
When I look at your art, we don't necessarily have all the conversations that we see in your art. Is it a feeling at a time and you just need to express it? Or is it just something that you say, okay, this arises from my core value?
That's a great question. And I think, life, right? We go through life and we walk this path and we have a lot of stuff that bubble up inside of us. And art really gave me that ability to express everything that was going through my mind. So it's like therapy. I really can express my thoughts, my vision. Sometimes it's hard to explain your vision to someone because you may just be all over the place or you may not be able to articulate it in a proper manner for someone to understand it. So with me working on a canvas, I can really articulate everything that's going through my mind on the canvas and then have the viewer sit there and look at it and see respect for themselves.
Looking at your pieces, you can take it how you want. And I don't know if it's made to do that, but I think it is. But then that makes me think like, it has to be something like at another dimension to where like you can look at that as a gift because it's very practical, but it can still mean something very different.
And you know what? It is considered a gift. The reason why I started expressing myself on canvas is because I started off creating t-shirts. I got to a point in my life where I was like, when I'm gone, I want something that talks for me. I want people to take something that's in remembrance of me. It's something that they always had. If anything happened to me today, you have a canvas that's in your house and that can speak for me, compared to, even though I love t-shirts and I consider the t-shirts as art as well, because I'm doing the art on the t-shirts, that canvas is something that's everlasting.
I asked you a couple questions earlier before we started. The reason for those questions is because, like I said, I see it in your art. It's very different and it's originally distinct. It's layered, right? So you don't look at money the same way as everybody else. I want to ask you, like, what is your thought on money? I'm sure people throw the bag at you off a vibe. You just like, When I first tried to buy a piece from you, you was like, nah. But you was like, we could talk about it. That's how we formed our relationship. But
For sure.
how does that work for you as far as like your thoughts on money? I could just link this question as far as like your principles go.
So money for me is really an exchange of energy. And that's how I look at money. I move in the mindset of abundance. I look at money as an exchange of energy. I look at relationships more powerful than money. Our relationship is more powerful than, the money that you spent with me. And I value that. Money is just really exchange of the energy amongst us. And that's how I look at money. I think that's the best way to look at money, because if you look at money any other way, you may be moving with a scarce mindset compared to an abundant mindset. When you move in a scarce mindset, you let things block, you let things hold you back. When you move abundant, you're kind of letting things flow. So, and I had to grow to really have that mindset on money.
Yeah, because that was my next question. When you look at yourself, you're 30 now. When you was 20 and 25, if you, as a 30-year-old man, can sit down with those two young men, would it be the same conversation, or you think that the growth kept happening as you grew?
I think it kept happening as I grew, and the people that I connected myself with and met. I think at one point my mom was in the gutter. It was in the gutter unknowingly, but it was based on my surroundings, my environment, also the people that I was in contact with. Or sometimes you surround yourself with certain individuals and you just gain these habits, and they don't be great habits for yourself. Now, like, my mindset just grew to that point now of just getting my mind out the gutter, even if things is going bad for me. Or, I mean, look, things is never going bad, because every time we wake up, it's a blessing. I can have $5 in my account and have a feeling of gratitude, and things will flow.
Right, right. Well, what do you attribute that to? Was it a moment? You remember the day? I'm sure you wasn't always doing art, or maybe you went to Lincoln, and I know like you had a career, and you probably still had that. You probably still dabble in that career. But where was the moment you said you was going to burn the ship, and it's all about the art?
That's a great question. It's crazy. I would say probably like 2017. More of it was me just dibbling, dabbling in things, trying to push in my creative aspects to the side. More of like, this is just a side thing, but I'm gonna focus on having my day job, or just making money. Then I can invest into my art, my design, and my art practice. For those proceeds can use for me to invest and do certain things. One second, my baby just woke up. Good brother, I'm gonna bring her here. So yeah, that's my mindset.
I thought you was going to say having a baby would change you around, but I get it though, man.
That added more purpose, though. That added more purpose to my life. You just start thinking of doing things with purpose and what makes sense. And when you do things with purpose, it works for you. You have an intention. I think that's what's very important. Just doing things intentionally and having that purpose, and the money just shows up. When you walk in that light of intention and purpose, money is just like a reward, or it's just like the finishing aspect of it.
Met blank tomorrow, how would your life change?
Mm. When you say blank, that can be anybody.
It could be anyone. I think that would enhance your life just if you maybe would have like an hour conversation.
I have a hella respect for Dame Dash. I think Dame Dash is one of them dudes that he has a mind of his own, and he's always ahead of the game. I think Dame is one of them dudes that I can get a lot of insight from things that I may be, clouded with. So I have hella respect for Dane.
Yeah, he's one of my heroes too, man. I always read his book when I get a chance to listen to it because he had like an album. He's a man fan. I interviewed Andy Steinberg yesterday, Jewish comedian who started when he was 42. The person he admires the most in his life, Farrakhan. And I think that when we talk about authenticity, and he said that, nobody can stop Farrakhan. And I said, bro, when you authentic, this is why you don't get stopped. Because he's unapologetically himself. And Dana's like that too.
Yeah. And actually, I don't know if I answered your question when you asked what's the principle that I live by, but that's the principle, authenticity. It's being authentic. I think when you're authentic, you attract the right individual.
At least for me, it's always a struggle because the ego creeps in. Being authentic in all areas of your life, that's what makes you not have to question your decisions or question who you are or if you're doing somebody right or wrong. You're doing what you would normally do in every situation.
Yes, sir. That's true. And when you know yourself, you can trust your own process. You don't have to wait for, how you might see someone making money in a certain lane and you might say, look, they making a killing. Let me go and try to do that. No, when you trust yourself, know yourself and trust your own process and you're authentic to who you are, just trust the process and things will flow your way.
I remember coaching somebody and they say that you couldn't do that nowadays. It seemed like a legit comment, especially if you know how it was back whatever days. It's always the same thing because temptation is temptation. And you learn, but it's a lesson that takes a long time to learn. It's like me telling you, yo, why you didn't start art when you was 15? Why'd you even go to college? It's like you went because you thought that was the right way.
Yep, and it's basically comparable to your question with 25 compared to your 25-year-old self and your 30-year-old self. Kind of the same thing. You grow to learn these things and add them into your daily habit.
Some people might, I would tell myself not to do this and not to do that. But it don't always have to be something negative. It just might be like, I might tell myself to do what I'm doing now, or I would have never met this person. I mean, it could have been anything, But one habit that I admire of yours is no matter what, you get up and you run that mile. Yeah. Where'd you get that
from? Just being an entrepreneur and getting up every day and pushing yourself and getting yourself going. And that's like a form of self-motivation. So when I started my full-time journey to entrepreneurship, me and a homie used to just meet up in the morning and run. It just was a good motivation factor for me. I pushed myself to, hit that mile because you wake up in the morning, you run your mile, and then I can walk the neighborhood and just see things. And now I'm flowing. My blood is flowing and things is flowing through me in the right way.
So if you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
Great question. If I could change one thing in the world, I would change the media outlet, I think. And that's messed up. I mean, I would change the media outlet because I feel like we can get fed bad energy through media and it's manipulation. So I would change those networks.
That's a great answer. That's the best answer I got on that question.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. I sit back and I cut the news on, you listen to the info that they share, and next thing you know, you depressed. You're moving out of fear.
If there was someone in your life that you had in your life or have in your life that you wish you had a better relationship with, you don't have to say their name, but who would it be?
I would say my little brother. My little brother. So my mom passed away when I was 9. I was the only child. And my dad, he ended up having another kid. And me and my brother, we kind of we're years apart. And me as a bigger brother, I need to embrace being a bigger brother in a better manner.
God, that's heavy, man. Because I feel the same. Like me, my little brother, he's 30 now. and we just starting to have a better relationship, just like in separate lanes, but like we getting some basic understanding now. And it's a journey, man. But you the big brother, so you know you got to make the move.
Take that initiative and just be a big person. I wouldn't say our relationship is bad, but at the same time, I think having siblings, people look up to their bigger brothers, and and bigger brothers embrace giving game and knowledge to their younger sibling. So
we can end it on this, Duane. I don't know how many pieces of advice you can give him, but like, if you want to give more than one, but I'm asking for one piece of advice, you young artist was thinking about, doing art full time.
I would say believe yourself and believe your thoughts. Our imagination and our mind is the strongest thing we have. So when it's something that you're passionate in and you really believe in it, believe that. We come from an era where, our parents may have came from a generation. Everybody's parent is not an entrepreneur. You may have came from an era where your parents worked a 9 to 5 and they want a better life for you. They say, yeah, go to college. Today we live in an era where we can create the lives that we want. So if it's something that you believe in, follow it. And it's going to happen for you. And learn as much as possible.
It's so crazy because the time I posted today, I was editing early. It says, don't read a book to become a follower. Read a book to become a student.
I love that. I love that.
His belief you have to have is, so it's no one else's fault that they might not be with you on the journey because they just don't see your vision. And that's why you originally just think, right? All right, good brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, good brother. I appreciate it. I love that last. No matter how great I become at things, I still look at myself as a student. That's how you become better. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
My dog's on your ass if that button get pressed. Remember I was down, broke, ain't had no friends, no. Feeling all the pain staring out my window. Thinking about all of the pain that a nigga endured. Try to knock me down when I try to move forward. We was in the leaves, going in on fifths. Caught with paranoia, we was rolling up zips. Even though the drugs could never help this, I would rather take them, fuck the stressing. When I was down, I ain't have nobody. I looked to the sky and I asked him why me. I apologize for the times I tried it, and all of these problems that got me torn inside. Yeah, nobody to talk to about my feelings. The city pop out when we in the building. Brought the jury out just to hurt niggas' feelings. Went from broke to rich cause I'm the realest. When I was young, had a dream about this. Wanted it all, started plotting on shit. It was just me and my dog, we was taking on shifts. I give it all just to get us up here. Remember I was down, broke, ain't had no friends, no. Feeling all the pain staring out my window. Thinking about all of the pain that a nigga endured. Try to knock me down when I try to move forward. It was in the leaves, going in on fifths. Caught with paranoia, we was rolling up zips. Even though the drugs could never help this, I would rather take them, fuck the stressing.